Hello everyone, welcome to Our Stories. Found out my boyfriend has been cheating on me for a year. Is it even possible / worth it to move forward? Story: I, 25 female, recently found out that my boyfriend, 27 male, has been cheating on me during our entire year-long relationship. A few nights ago in his car, he was showing me pictures of his dog on his phone, and I stumbled across a bunch of nudes from a girl. I had never been the type to snoop, but he received a phone call from an ex the night before when we were together, so I couldn't ignore any more red flags. While in the car, I discovered more and more evidence of his talking to other girls sexually, and he continued to lie and deny it. I discovered so much evidence, I took his phone home for 2 days and sifted through every app, that he finally came clean. After 2 full days of him lying about deleted messages with his friends, messages to SWs requesting a myriad of things including a meetup, and paying a sex worker to sleep with him right before our relationship, he finally admitted to sexting and sending / receiving nude pictures from 5 different girls throughout the course of our relationship intermittently for months. At this point, he's been swearing up and down that he's had no physical sexual contact with anyone else and that he thought it wasn't as bad because it wasn't in person. However, I am finding that hard to believe considering the lengths he's gone to lie to me, the amount of time it took to pull any truthful information out of him, and his obvious lack of integrity. He admitted to me that this has been going on for the entire relationship and said he had justified it in his head because I still have 2 platonic friendships with exes, which made him feel insecure. Both of whom I have had no romantic involvement with in over 3 years, have shown him our messages and introduced him to. Also per his request, I never spend time with them 1:1 and even recently stopped contact one of them simply because he said dealing with more than one was too much. I was committed to him, and if it really was for the betterment of our relationship, I was willing to make that change for him. Notably, he has always been super insecure / jealous about any contact with most men because of the amount of male attention I get, which I have never entertained. But since I respected him and wanted to make him comfortable, I have gone to great, and TBH unnecessary, lengths tailoring my behavior to fit his comfort. Most recently, he tried to tell me I needed to get rid of my vibrator, which he bought me, so he could get me a new one BC. He didn't realize it was bigger than him. I told him he'd lost his damn mind. Another discovery I made while searching his phone was his unbelievably large collection of pornography. I have known about his addiction to pornography for a while, but I didn't know the extent until I saw thousands of saved content on his phone and his consistent communication with SWs. I have never judged him for this issue. I have nothing against porn or sex worker itself, but I had no idea he was involved to this extent. I have no doubt that he has a serious problem and needs to see a therapist for this. Outside of this discovery and his jealousy, our relationship has been almost perfect, and he's cared for me in ways I didn't even know was possible. He has treated me like a queen so much so that my friends always comment on how obsessed he is with me and how incredibly storybook his adoration for me is. We begun to plan our lives together, and he's been fronting the bill for most things since he encouraged me to quit my job that was destroying my mental health and regroup. I couldn't believe he'd do this to me in a million years. I truly loved him and saw myself building a long-lasting future with him. I've been in several long-term relationships, and this undoubtedly was one I was willing to go to the end with. In his teary remorse, he says he wants to be the man he knows he can be, he loves me more than anything, is deeply ashamed, and is taking the steps to go to counseling and control his impulses. But is this really the whole truth? Has he done something worse and is still hiding things? At this point, I'm not sure he's capable of doing right, and he definitely doesn't deserve my trust. But of course, at this moment I still love him. I need advice. I hate him and what he's done to us, how he's embarrassed and disrespected me over and over again by sexting, gaslit me over the red flags I've observed, and vehemently criticized my platonic friendships. What do I do? This whole situation makes me sick and heartbroken knowing he has lied to my face, exposed himself to other people, solicited nudes, and sexted them. This isn't the first relationship where I've been cheated on, but this is the first time I've felt like I can't let this relationship go. My wife cheated and I never saw it coming. I met her when I was 26. I never really believed in love, but when I met her, my God, my heart dropped. She has an amazing smile that could light any room. After dating for 2 years, we got married. Our marriage was beautiful. We were extremely goofy, and she always wanted to be with me. We worked together on the same shift, so we saw each other all the time. After a year of us being married, we decided to start a family. I was on the second shift with her in a great position, but I made the decision to move to the first shift, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., so when the baby would hear, I could help out. This hit me hard as I had a good position and now I was just an LTO, but I kept telling myself that I was doing this for my future family. After a year of trying, we had bad news from 2 different doctors that she had PCOS and the odds of us having a child would be very low. This was difficult because both of us wanted a family. We kept trying as other options would be too expensive. Since our odds were low, I decided to apply for a high-paying job, but it was going to be for 3 shifts. My mindset was to get this job and save money so maybe we could get an IVF. I got the job and started working on May 1st. On July 3rd, we went clubbing with my friends and cousin, and while at the club, I noticed her texting someone. I asked for her to let me see whom she was texting, and she said no. I got upset, and later she told me that a guy she knew from school was there and she asked him to buy her a drink. I got mad, and when we got home we had an argument. We made up and went to sleep. I woke up an hour later and had the urge to see her phone, which I have never done in 5 years. When I got it, I found 50+ explicit pictures and videos of herself and pictures of another guy's private parts. I confront her, and she admitted that she slept with her once and that she been sexting since mid-May. Not only that, but her tone and the way she looked at me changed. She told me, "You could never give me a child. Also, you know I always wanted of a piece of Puerto Rico." I left home and stayed with my parents. This killed me as she was the first woman I truly ever loved, and I made so many sacrifices for her. After this, she never made an effort to win me back. In fact, I was the one chasing her. A week after I found out, she told me she had been talking to another guy and they met up and kissed. I was such a fool that I still wanted to forgive her. She never made an effort. So I started NC, and she started calling me and texting me telling me she loves me and to take her back, but again made no effort to win me back. I asked her if she was still talking to the new guy, and she said yes. She said she won't stop talking to him unless I take her back. I finally realized that she was just manipulating me and taking advantage of how in love I am with her. Now it has been almost a month and I'm filing for divorce and selling my beautiful home. She said that the spark was gone, but not once did she communicate. Instead, she acted super happy and lovable. I love her so much, but I have to realize that I am in love with someone that doesn't love me. Subscribe for more stories. Till then, you can watch other stories I have uploaded.